Get ready for the morning rush.
A quick wrap of your news and weather. We'll start with developing news in New York City right now.
I don't think any mayor prepares for this or wants this to happen in their city.
Happening right now, investigators are trying to figure out whether bombs found in New Jersey could be linked to another one in New York on the same day. Several people described as persons of interest are now in police custody this morning in connection to the bomb detonated in a Manhattan neighborhood. As for the New Jersey situation, the FBI says 5 explosive devices were found inside a backpack overnight. One went off after a robot was sent in to examine the devices. The other 4 will be carefully transferred to an FBI lab. Just a few hours ago, a suspect in the New York explosion is named. More on that coming up in your 5 facts.
Also new this morning, police have identified the man responsible for going on a stabbing spree. Authorities say 22-year-old Dahir Adan stabbed 9 people at a Minnesota mall Saturday before being shot by police. An ISIS-linked news agency reportedly claims that Adan was a, quote, soldier of the Islamic State. We'll have the latest on that throughout the morning. Let's now turn to Kristen Curry for today's weather forecast. Kristen?
Good morning. Today's next big weather maker is this guy right here, Hurricane Payne, off the coast of the Baja Peninsula. Right now, Category 1 storm. That's going to bring some impact starting tomorrow. So for today, we've got nothing but sunshine. Expected a little bit of cloud cover hitting that far western state line. But other than that, a very nice day ahead of us. Adam?
As you get ready to head out the door, we're following the day's top local stories as well. We'll start with Catherine Mazzone. Catherine?
Adam, the trial for 2 former APD officers begins today. Former officers Dominique Perez and Keith Sandy are both charged with second-degree murder in the shooting death of homeless camper James Boyd. It happened in the foothills back in 2014. Defense attorneys and prosecutors have been going back and forth with the judge about what jurors should hear. More on that coming up in the morning rush. Opening statements are expected to begin at 8:30 this morning. Crystal?
Happening just hours, State Senator and Attorney Lisa Tarraco is expected to put up a fight against the Attorney General's office. This after they've accused her of tampering with evidence in a child solicitation case. At this time, Tarraco is representing Tyler Dancer, who's accused of an online sex crime. According to the motion filed by the AG's office, Tarraco told her client to delete his email account that he used to contact investigators acting as underage girl.
A Santa Fe man has filed a civil suit against the city after he says he was falsely accused of pulling a knife on an animal control officer. That's according to the Santa Fe New Mexican. Stephen Cummings was involved in a SWAT standoff in 2014 after animal control officers came to his home in response to an angry dog. The officer claimed Cummings pulled a knife on him, but later admitted during a trial he had lied.
New this morning, more meetings scheduled to help the students affected by ITT Tech's recent closure. The sessions will provide former students with information about other options. ITT Tech left 40,000 students across the nation, including hundreds here in New Mexico, with big debt and no degree. The first transition meeting will be today at 5:30 at the New Mexico State Bar Center. NMSU police are asking for your help this morning in finding a man who they say grabbed a woman on campus on Friday. Police say 3 men were standing by were able to step in and help her, and that's when the suspect took off. He's described as an Hispanic man in his early to mid-20s with short hair, possibly a mustache. Police say the man appeared to be limping and may have been drunk. If you have any information, you're asked to call NMSU police. A local food bank is now working on a new way to help feed New Mexicans in need. Roadrunner Food Bank will now accept used vehicles as donations. That also includes tractors, RVs, and trailers. Roadrunner Food Bank will work around your schedule to pick the vehicle up. They'll notify people when it's been sold and then send a formal tax receipt letter. We posted a link with more information on our website, KRQE.com. Sarah.
A local firefighter training academy is looking to solve the firefighter shortage problem with its annual expo. It's the 5th year for the EMS and Fire Expo. Last week, over 300 people took courses at the Firefighters Training Academy in Socorro. Over the years, they've seen an increase in attendance. That includes women. Expo officials hope that's a good sign when it comes to solving the firefighter shortage in many counties. Kristen?
Today's Metro Threat Index at a 0. We have no threats at all. Rain chances. I'm not expecting anything here in the Metro. Really, the only threat being a sunburn with all the sunshine we have in the forecast today, with temperatures climbing back into the upper 80s, above normal for this time of year. Crystal?
On to the race to the White House. We're just 1 week away from the first presidential debate. This week, Hillary Clinton, that is, will meet with world leaders at the United Nations General Assembly. Donald Trump plans to stump in battleground states as his campaign is dogged by questions about his sudden shift Friday on President Obama's birthplace. Next week's debate will not include former New Mexico governor and Libertarian candidate Gary Johnson.
Let's turn to the traffic situation, 6:53, and as we do take a look at the metro, things moving along just fine. No major slowdowns to report before the 7 o'clock hour. That's sure to change. We'll keep you posted here on KRQE this morning.
An Albuquerque teen all smiles this morning after a special recognition from the president. You may recognize Donovan Smith. He spent the last year making 10,000 soaps for the homeless. He just received personalized letters from the president and First Lady. Take a look. In each letter, President Obama and the First Lady congratulate him on his accomplishments. Soaps for the homeless. I love that idea.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Good for him. All right, time now for the 5 facts you need to know.
And number 5, some talented Albuquerque kids are getting ready for the next round in the NFL punt, pass, and kick competition and a shot at national recognition. That competition was held yesterday at Milne Stadium for kids ages 5 to 15. The top finishers are moving on to the regional round, and in the end, some New Mexico kids will qualify for nationals to compete at an NFL game.
At number 4, warm again today, 88 expected downtown. Plenty of sunshine with rain chances not looking good for really anybody. We'll watch that southwestern corner today, but better rain on the way for the western half of the state both tomorrow and Wednesday.
Number 3 now, as we mentioned, this morning opening statements expected to begin in the murder trial of 2 former APD officers, Dominique Perez and Keith Sandy. They're both charged in the death of homeless camper James Boyd in 2014. Prosecutors argued last week the defense should not be able to use portions from a CAD report that are unconfirmed. The defense responded prosecutors should not be able to use it either. We'll be in the courtroom this morning and let you know the latest on KRQE News 13 throughout the day.
Number 2 this morning, just in, authorities are searching for 28-year-old Ahmad Khan Rahami, who's wanted in connection with a bombing in New York City over the weekend. 29 people were hurt. Late last night, agents pulled over a suspicious car over a bridge in Brooklyn and took 5 other people into FBI custody for questioning. So far, nobody's been charged. New York City police also say they blew up a second pressure cooker device found blocks away from where a bomb exploded in Manhattan. Rahami is from Elizabeth, New Jersey, where authorities did find several more bombs overnight.
And that brings us to number 1. Just into our newsroom, authorities now revealing bombing attacks. The bomb attack, in New York and bombs found in New Jersey could be the result of sleeper cells in each state. The FBI, New Jersey State Police, still working to find out who left that backpack with 5 suspicious devices in a trash can in New Jersey overnight. The FBI tweeted around 1:40 this morning Eastern Time saying they were improvised explosive devices. The mayor saying it was in a backpack. One of the devices did explode as a bomb squad was trying to disarm it with a robot. The other 4 will be transferred in protective cases to a local site, then to an FBI lab. 2 men found that backpack. After seeing the wires in the pipe, they called police. At this time, authorities are not saying if the 2 incidents are linked, but they are certainly looking into it.
We'll stay on top of this throughout the coming hours on KRQE this morning. We continue on Fox New Mexico after the break.